mean, we're coming to the end of your spell in Ireland. How have you found it overall?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's been a big learning curve. It's probably the most I've learned really since like becoming like in the playing more with like adults and stuff like that as like my football career so far. It has been a really good test for me, which I've enjoyed. I've especially the first 10 games, I thought I did well, but as a striker, you're meant to be scoring goals and stuff like that. But I found my mentality changed after 10 games because I put more pressure on myself to score goals, and I'd and I've scored more goals since then. So I think it's in the last 6 games I've scored 5 goals. So it's just been a huge learning curve, and it's just been I'm just grateful of being given that opportunity to do.
What have you learned the most in that spell?
I would just say it's the mentality. I think putting pressure on myself and just as a striker, that's my job. I need to score goals, and I think it's having that just mentality to go in every day and like every game and knowing I'm going to score and I need to score because that is my job. And I put more pressure on myself the more games I play, and I think it's also when I miss a chance because I've missed a few over here and stuff like that, and it's just not get too down about it because there's the next game. And I think that's just the whole part of being a striker. Really, you don't miss chances. And I think it's just having that mentality and having that like within you just to keep going and just know there's more chances to come.
Going back to the start of your spell, because of what Sean Rowan and Sam Long did last year, did you have a good idea of what to expect? That it wasn't jumping into the unknown, maybe as it would have been for those two last season?
Um, I had a little bit to be fair. I was watching it when they were over there, but to be fair, I didn't really expect the standard. The standard's good. The standard's very good over here. There's like every team that tries to play football and it's good test, definitely physical test as well, which has helped me as well. But I think no, I did have a bit of an inkling going across, knowing it will be a big test for me, and I know that I was capable of doing it because I played a few games for Lincoln as well. So it was a good test, and I was prepared for it. But it did take me by surprise of some of the standard was like good as well.
And do you think the recent goal scoring form that you've had has also been the work you've done in terms of getting regular football as well? Because it's been a frustrating kind of couple of years for you trying to get regular first team football here at Lincoln or elsewhere. But now you've had that run, you're showing what you're capable of.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the biggest parts of that really because I think I played 16 games on the bounce, and that's the most I've done in about 2 or 3 years. And I think that's some of that's down to injuries and stuff like that, and just as my body's been growing and having little problems, which everyone has. But I think just keep getting that consistency of playing, and I feel like I'm getting stronger and stronger. And I don't even feel like I'm 100% yet. I don't feel like I've shown everything what I can do. I don't. There's still bits to come, and that's what I'm excited about. And I just feel like the more games I'm playing, the more confidence, the more stronger, the more fitter, and the more quicker I'm becoming. And I think that was always been a doubt for me, being made to see if I can play these games, seeing this regular amount of games. But I think as I'm doing it, I know I can play these amount of games, especially in the intensity it is. It's very like high intensity, so it has been a good test for me, and I feel the more games I'm playing, the stronger and fitter and the better I'm becoming.
And Drogheda are not one of the fancied teams in the league at all. What's that been like being an underdog in that Premier Division?
Um, it's to be fair, it can help you both ways really because the team mainly they underestimate you guys as we play. So I find we deal with that well. But the last game we played, we weren't the underdogs, so that was another test for us, and obviously we won. So that was a good test for us. But I find we play good football, like very good football. We give teams a good test. I think there's only been probably one game where we've not really been in the game, we didn't really perform well, but we're pressing and we're causing all teams kinds of problems, which has been good. But I think it's one of them where you know that teams underestimate you, so you can go with a bit more. So it gives you that bit more of an edge to try and just prove everyone wrong. And I think that helps us. And I feel we, especially the last couple of games, because we've got 2 back-to-back wins, where we started the season well, but then in the mid part of it, we were playing well, better than most of the teams we were playing, but we weren't picking up the results. But I find now we are, and I feel like the teams now are starting to realise that we're a good team and we can play football, and we've got a lot about us.
Alicia's been up there with you as well. How's he been getting on?
Yeah, he's been doing really well. I say he's a nightmare for all the wingers. I don't think I've seen anyone get past him yet. So, but yeah, he's enjoying himself. He's doing really well, and I think he can only get better. And obviously, I think the games for him as well, playing games regularly and this kind of level, just shows that he can do it, and that he is a very good player. He keeps doing what he's doing. He's doing really well.
Sean Rowan, I guess, is the person you would look up to from going through a similar thing to what you've done with the loan spell and then playing regularly in the first team in the past season. Is that your hope? Are you hoping that it can springboard you into a regular place in that matchday squad next season?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's always been the plan. I've always whatever I do, I want to play games, and I know I can play where I am because I've done it at Lincoln. I played a run of games that season, one of the seasons, and I know, and I proved myself I can do it. I feel, and especially now I'm played more games and got more experiences, I feel like I can do well with Lincoln. But it's just one of them where I'm taking each game by game. So it's one of them where I'm just trying to just prove myself really, and I know I can play, but it's just one of them where I just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
And do you feel like you've grown up both on and off the pitch in this spell?
Yeah, massively. I feel like I've definitely become more independent. I've been over here. You don't really see you see my family come over, but you're not really with them, and it's not like a long way away, but you have to grow up quickly. And I find, especially in a different environment that you're not used to, I feel like you've got to stand up and be big. And I feel like, especially me and Alicia, have definitely done that. And I feel like we keep doing it. So yeah, it's going well.
And you're only going to have a couple of weeks off before you return and you're straight into pre-season. So for yourself and Alicia and the guys who are currently out there, is it about just ticking over the next few weeks and keeping yourself in good shape, ready for pre-season?
Yeah, definitely. I feel we've got to keep doing some stuff to tick over because we are match fit because we played these amount of games. I think it'll be 20 games will be played over here. So yeah, it is just about ticking over and making sure we're fit, and we go into pre-season or whatever we're doing full steam ahead.
And if we see any of the first year pros next year or those scholars who get to the summer and maybe haven't had much football, is this an experience you would recommend to them?
Yeah, massively. I think especially I feel like you need to play games, and I feel like it is the more you play, the more experiences you get, especially at the younger age, the better you'll become quicker as well. So it's one of them where just get games and just try and become a better player quickly, and then prove yourself to everyone and know that you can play for Lincoln or for whoever. But it is one of them I recommend definitely because it has been one of those experiences that has helped me a lot. So it's been really good.